Welcome to the Right to Know series, where we present dramas that educate you on your right to information as dictated by the Freedom of Information Act of 2011. The title of this week's edition is The Masquerade. Sit back and enjoy it.
Sir, I have come to claim my conscience, sir.
Oh, go ahead, young man.
Sir, you see, I have been living with a lot of guilt.
Please, go ahead.
I have been following your court cases in the media about terrorists and how...
Yes, young man. I am with you. Just go ahead, all right?
Yes, sir.
Young man,
Sir?
what exactly do you have to say?
You see, sir, I work with the Nigerian Border Agency.
Okay.
I have information, sir. I have evidence of some people. I mean, someone that is...
Young man.
Sir?
Young man, you need to relax, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now let's start like this. What is your name?
Oh, sir, please. I beg to remain anonymous, sir. You see, my boss must not find out where this information is coming from.
I thought as much. I knew you were holding something back for a reason. All right, no problem. Let's continue.
Yes, sir. That's because my job will be at risk.
I said it's okay. Just go ahead and let me hear what you have to say.
But, sir, you have to promise that I will remain anonymous.
Young man,
Sir.
feel free to confide in me, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, my boss in the office, he has continued to give illegal entry to some strange group of people at odd times, usually during my shift period. And when the court came for some information, he deliberately refused to release same.
Wait, hang on. Do you mind if I write some of these down?
No. No, sir, I don't mind, sir.
All right, good. So you work at the Nigerian Border Agency?
Yes, sir.
And what times are your shift?
I usually work night shift, sir.
Very good. What time is that night shift?
It starts from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., sir.
9 p.m. to 7 a.m. Good. Now, is there a particular period that these people come in through our borders?
Not really. They've come in at different times, but usually it's always between the hours of 12 and 2 a.m.
Between 12 and 2, okay. Okay, how many times has this happened?
About 4 different times now.
So what makes you think this makes for good evidence?
Sir, it's based on the circumstances of entry and the secrecy with which he communicates with them.
And apart from this ungodly hour, what else would you say?
Sir, the truth is, I heard him talking with some people once on importation of arms at that time. And here is the documentation, sir, of the falsification of some office records that I am aware of.
All right, young man, listen. You will have to come to the court and give full evidence in the court of law. Will you be willing to do this?
No, sir. Sir, I can't do that. I begged you. I begged you before I started this, sir, and you promised me I'll be anonymous.
Don't worry. My promise still stands, okay?
But, sir, how is that possible?
Look, young man, the Nigeria of today is no longer the free society. People got away with things like this.
Sir,
okay?
Please, sir. My career is at stake. Don't do this to me. I have suffered for...
Young man, wait. Let me show you your authority. Have you heard of Freedom of Information Act?
Yes, sir. But it's but a Nigerian document.
No, absolutely not. Look, my dear young man.
Sir.
You are doing this in good faith. And consider this...
Sir, I beg you with God. Don't do this to me.
Young man, you have done the right thing already by literally blowing the whistle against the rot going on in your office. That's the first good step you've taken.
Sir, please, you must protect me. Because
you are protected. Consider yourself protected, alright? Now, this case has been in court for such a long time, and getting this kind of evidence is a huge challenge. It was very obvious that proper records were not kept. Information requested was not granted, and records were destroyed, but no evidence to back all these up.
I'm happy to be of use, sir. But please,
consider it done. You are protected by the Freedom of Information Act. Okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
Good.
Here is a record of the compiled information.
Thank you very much. Now, believe me, young man, when I say you are covered completely, you are covered completely. Okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
I'd like to also let you know that you have not contravened any law so far. Rather, you have presented a well-documented information on the violation of rules and regulations. Okay? Mismanagement inclusive. You've also talked about gross waste of funds, fraud, and a complete abuse of authority. It's not something I'll take for granted, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really do not want to be identified as the person behind this because, like I said,
You have no idea about what you have demonstrated here, young man. Okay, now listen to me. There will be no civil nor criminal proceeding lying against you for this disclosure. None whatsoever. You have no word on that. Okay?
I'm very grateful, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
No, I
Thank
should
you
be
very
thanking
much.
you. I should be thanking you for this brave step you have taken. I can say that you have contributed your quota to making Nigeria better.
I'm proud, sir.
Now, I will go through this with every detail and then I'll call on you as soon as we have to, all right? Thank you very much for coming, all right? Have a good day, young man.
Thank you, sir.
Abdul,
Yes, sir.
you have worked under me for 11 years.
True, sir.
Do you mean to say that all these things were happening right under my nose and you didn't deem it fit to tell me?
Sir, I couldn't be seen reporting my boss.
Then why does it feel right now? Are you sure you're not part of this?
Oh, no, sir. I would never do that. But I had to open up because I got tired of the continuous harassment by the court. And even though I still feel unsecured, I believe I'll be backed by the current Freedom of Information law, sir.
So tell me, what do you know about the contract that was given to the security outfit at the border?
Working under Ogabelo, there was a limit to what I could know. But this particular contract, sir, it was inflated by 200%. And the security outfit was his own. He got someone to front for him.
I see.
Now, that was why he was unable to make the information available when needed by those people that sued the office.
I see. Continue.
So, when I was paying them from the cash office, I noticed the signature was Oga's own, as seen in the attached invoice.
And about the illegal immigrants and arms, what do you know?
I overheard his discussion, sir, many times at that, which I couldn't place, but I noticed they preceded some late night immigrants as well as deliveries.
I see.
And once, when one of the immigrants had an issue, they placed a call to him and he directed me to let them pass.
So, when the community association requested to know these details, why didn't you come up with this information?
I'm sorry I didn't, Oga. Oga always said they didn't have the right to access those records. He said we're obliged to the Official Secret Act, sir.
And I specifically told him that doesn't stop the documents from being disclosed, since there was an application for disclosure under the provisions of the Act. For the disclosure of the provisions under the Act. Well, I am happy you now know better.
Yes, sir. You see, since the training we had last month, I now understand better, sir.
This is really unbelievable. These were the same issues I foresaw and warned against when we had the trainings on the FOI Act. I have just returned from my annual leave, and now this. Goodness. So, what are the charges against him?
For now, sir, there are 3 charges against him: destruction and falsification of records, refusal to access of records, and wrongful denial of access to information, sir.
Was a notification sent with signatures to this effect?
Yes.
Who were the signatories?
Ogabelo and Mr. Eze. But the court wrote back saying it was wrongful denial of access to information. They actually said, sir, that it shouldn't have been denied as the public interest in disclosing the information outweighs whatever injury the disclosure would cause.
Mr. Bello. And his number won't even go through.
I'm sorry for not letting it all out in good time, sir.
Now you also know that you will be protected by the same law.
Oh, yes, sir. I do, sir.
Has anyone heard from him now?
No, sir, but he was in court during the last hearing.
What day is the next court session?
The judge says it's next week. Yes, Tuesday precisely, sir.
Has the panel called you since you took the documents to the judge?
Yes, sir. They called 3 times.
Has the fault finding been directed to the institution or just the defaulting officer?
Well, for now, sir, all allegations have been at the defaulting officer in this case, Ogabelo.
Abdul.
Yes, sir.
I am happy you have taken the lessons from that training. As it is said, ignorance is not an excuse. Even though Mr. Bello is deliberately refusing to apply knowledge, it's still
Sir,
not
the
an
truth is,
excuse.
Oga Bello knows. We have applied the FOI in many other cases. Last month, for instance, he insisted that we print handbills on our aims and objectives, citing the FOI requirements.
Oh, really? Very good then. Tell your colleagues that the law has come to stay and must not be selected. It is our responsibility to stick to it verbatim.
I will, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you too, Abdul. You are a worthy ambassador of this institution. Keep it up. Do have yourself a nice day.
Oh, Raleigh.
Oh,
You're a lifesaver.
oh.
Thanks for this meal. I enjoyed it. You know you're the best thing that's happened to me, right?
Now you make me want to cry.
Oh, yes, you are. Okay, imagine. I was dying of guilt. I didn't believe in the power of this FOI Act till you started telling me the outcome of cases from your office.
Yes, so that judge doesn't tolerate laziness at all. She made sure every staff of High Court took turns in training section on this FOI Act.
No wonder. The way my boss talked to me today further gave me hope. Now, when you advised I see the judge, I wanted to remain anonymous, but the way Mr. Russell spoke with me today made me realize that indeed I will be protected.
My dear,
Yeah.
look, our society is better off with this FOI Act because every person who truly desires to know how government operates can do so with minimum effort and diligence.
So majority of the success lies with you lawyers and officers who have the responsibility for implementing the law, right?
Yes, so
And you must do this with good faith and professionalism.
my husband is now the Mr. Knowledgeable.
You know the problem, right? People thought it was watered down in the National Assembly.
Not at all. The both houses passed the bills at different times.
Really?
Absolutely. It's a product of collaboration between citizens, organized civic actors, and the government.
Kai, I'm happy to have an effective law we can all believe in. I really wonder what Mr. Bello's fate is.
Well, he will have to face the rule of law squarely. It depends. What was his crime again?
Destruction and falsification of records, refusal to access of records, and wrongful denial of access to information.
The defaulting officer is liable on conviction to a fine of 500,000 naira.
Wow. He must be able to pay that though. I just hope he turns up soon because he has been on the run.
You mean he hasn't turned up?
Not at all.
He has no hiding place though. The law is the law. No gimmicks.
Raleigh, I need to see the boss in 15 minutes. How did I almost forget?
Which one now? The Masquerade one?
No now. Miss Aronsewe, please let me go.
The FOIA protects whistleblowers from possible consequences. Report any crime you know of. The system has got your back.
This message is from Right to Know R2K Nigeria with support from the Open Society Foundations. For more information, inquiries and free copies of the Act, visit our website at www.r2knigeria.org or call 0929 187995 or 0909 29 344 328.